Is central bank digital currency coming? Hey everybody, it's Michael with Asymmetrical Preparedness. Not just want to talk about the CBDC, if it's coming, but more, how do you prepare for it? What should we be doing to set ourselves up for success as much as possible if it goes that way? What is CBDC? CBDC is basically doing away with the dollar, the yen, the ruble, the yuan, all those kind of things, and making a digital currency. Don't know if it's going to be like a worldwide thing, talking about it in the United States. I've heard some things. I'm not up to par really as far as where it's at and how soon it's coming or if it is coming, but I don't really care. What I do is I just try to set myself up for success no matter what. So if that is coming, okay, what are some of the things I think we should do about it? Well, don't keep money in the bank. Why? Because that's one way you can be controlled. They can just say, no, you can't get any out. Withdraw cash. Well, how am I going to use cash if we go to a digital currency? Good question. In a lot of situations, you won't. This is why I feel one of the most important things. I don't know if you can hear the sounds of freedom over there. Neighbor practicing his birthright. But I think the best thing for preppers, for the whole community, for people that don't want to be inside the system, the best thing for them to do and for us to do is to create a parallel economy based on tangible goods, not fiat currency, not digital fiat currency, nothing like that. What would it be? I don't know. It could be up to whoever's involved in it. Some of it may be involved with silver, gold, platinum. Some of it may be bartering seeds, freedom seeds and planting seeds. It may be I grow a garden, you raise animals. So we trade fruits and vegetables for meat, for eggs. Could be things like that. I feel that the move and the shift towards setting up a parallel economy like this is a great idea. I think that it's a good idea even if nothing changes. Just because what that does is it allows you some flexibility. It allows you to be controlled less, to be outside of the system and less dependent on the system. We all know that the system is fragile. On-demand supply system. What's on the grocery store shelves is on the shelves. There is no big storeroom in the back like it used to be. Trucks roll in, they restock the shelves. If those trucks stop rolling, the shelves go bare, chaos erupts. If we remove ourselves from that whole system, then we will be much more able to weather any storm. This is complicated though. It's not just about food. It's not just about like growing fruits and vegetables and raising animals and bartering food. What else is there? Big one would be medical care. We would need some medical providers to remove themselves from the system and go off grid and provide services for those in means of bartering, whatever they set up for payment or such. Also things like fuel. I mean, you guys can think how big this would have to get to really be effective. But what I suggest we do is we start on the small level. Start small and then build it. Work with your neighbors, tribe members, family, friends, co-workers, people from church, whatever it may be. Start doing this as much as we possibly can, just a little bit at a time. And maybe we'll be able to grow that into something good. I don't like being reliant upon outside influences for my life, for my survival. And I don't want you guys reliant upon it for your survival either. I would prefer to be able to do everything myself. But we know the fact is I can't. I can't do everything myself. No matter how good I am at everything, I can't do everything myself. This is why I harp on tribe all the time. Having good people around you is so important. Building that tribe, building those relationships. So get out there and do that. Build those relationships. Start bartering. Barter every chance you get. You can go on Craigslist even. There's free sections there. There's free sections all over the place. There's barter sections for a lot of these things. And or open up other people's eyes to bartering also. Maybe offer somebody, say they have something for sale. And maybe when you go talk with them, you can say, hey, I got a bunch of stuff laying around that I don't necessarily need anymore. And just kind of maybe give them a little list. And maybe we can start shifting that mentality of people away from fiat currency everything to bartering. I love the idea of bartering. Some people are really good at it, some people aren't. So one thing you can do is also throughout this process is you can be practicing it. You can be getting better at it. Obviously, within a tribe situation, if you're bartering within your tribe, you don't necessarily have to worry about the fact that, okay, this is of exact equal value as this. Because, whatever. You're helping out tribe member anyway. But in a situation where you don't know the people you're dealing with, you need to make sure that you're getting equal value, that it's fair for both sides and equitable for both sides. These are just my random thoughts about how we can better ourselves as a community, as a preparedness community. So what I suggest is start small, build your tribe, and barter every opportunity you can. Small farms and farmers are usually a lot more open to that, possibly, maybe not, but farmers markets, local people that raise their own food, stuff like that, maybe have animals and they harvest the fur, the hair, whatever it is, they spin into their own yarn, they dye it, stuff like that. Like those off-grid type stuff, homesteading groups, that's a really good thing to look into. Homesteading. That's one thing I've always said also, is I think homesteaders and preppers should be like this. Homesteaders should also be preppers, which probably most of them are, and preppers, I feel, should be really concentrating on becoming more homestead oriented so that we can do this off-grid kind of thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be off-grid, but outside of the system is what I mean. I think we'll be much more successful, and I think long-term, it could be a great thing. It'll take time to build, but we all got to make effort towards that, or it'll never happen. So please think about these things. I love you guys. Please subscribe, hit that like button, share the videos, comment below, all those things. Also, if you feel like supporting the channel, link in the description below for Patreon. We do a lot of good stuff there. There's also the little heart with a thanks in it, super thanks. Any help like that would be really appreciated. It's a lot of work doing what we do, and your support helps it happen. So I really appreciate that. Have a wonderful day, and blessings to you and yours.